Hey, TTRLers, I am here with the one and only Emily Turnage. How's it going?
It's going amazing. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. It's so good to see you. This is your return visit to TTRL. You were here back in December of 2020. So a lot has changed since then. It kind of feels like that was way more than a year and a half ago.
I don't even remember that
I think we've all collectively blacked it out.
time. Yeah, it was wild.
So how has, because obviously back then, the project you created was all kind of inspired by the lockdown, and we were all moving into kind of digital forms of how we can express ourselves. And thankfully, since we've reopened and live music is back, the live experience is back. So how has your kind of re-entry into this brave new world been going?
Honestly, it's been quite overwhelming. Like, I used to go to shows at least twice a week. Like, that's what I would do with my weekend, is either playing shows or going to shows and just, networking. And the shows I've gone to, I've been like, whoa, there's a lot of people here. And I don't know. I think that it'll get better. I think it's just being okay with easing back into it. Like, so it'll be fine. Everything's gonna be fine, Zach.
Everything will be fine. That is such a great way to put it, though, because I have felt the same way, and I don't know why. Like during the full on kind of lockdown, I just kind of envisioned it as a switch of like, okay, pandemic over, now we're back to normal life and your regularly scheduled programming, and it's far more of that kind of, like you said, easing into it. And sometimes it feels, if I've been to a concert or whatever, I'm like, oh, is this okay? And because you're so conditioned to everything that we've gone through over the past 2 years. So it definitely is that. I also feel like I'm way more socially awkward.
Yeah, I think most people are. And it's like, it's kind of cool realizing that everyone is this way, that everyone's social awkward. It's like, hey, we're socially awkward. Let's hug. Let's be socially awkward together. Like, I kind of like that people are talking about that, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like we're talking about that. I feel like people are talking more about mental health and like kind of the ups and downs of this kind of new, because it really is like you're easing into it and things feel like they were, but they're also different. And then also there's this whole like middle time of the pandemic that we've gone through is that taught us the complete opposite of what we're trying to do now. So there's a lot going on for everyone.
It is a lot. But I mean, it is super nice having shows again and going to shows, and like to me, like connecting with the other musicians has been the most like breath of fresh air. um they're super supportive, and like, I don't know, just talking with them about our experiences and how we're feeling, and I've really enjoyed that. Like, uh,
Yeah, and I love that you have such a well, I feel like Tampa, St. Pete in general has a really tight, close knit, and welcoming arts community, whether it's, the music community, visual art,
mhm.
performance art. But you especially, I love that you seem to collaborate a lot with um, various different artists. So how do you feel about that? Or could you talk a little bit about that?
I am fiending for more collaborations. Like, I feel like when you just play by yourself, it's, it's fine. You can be independent, but you definitely get stuck. And when you collaborate, it brings something. It's like a chemistry experiment, and it could be magic. It brings something out of both of you and combines to make this beautiful thing. Yeah, I collaborated with Deb Ruby. She's also playing on May 22nd. But and then I collaborated with His Hem for the Tampa Super Group, and that was, whew. Loved that. Love him. And right now the full band is Chris. We typically play together, but then Danny from House of I, he played bass and Not Dead Yet on that song with his hem, but now he's playing a couple shows as the bassist in like Emily Turnage, and he's phenomenal. Like I really respect him as a musician, and also his girlfriend Ellie, who's in House of I as well as a drummer. Like they're just love them. Like would love to do more collaborations with them. And there's so many people I want to do collaborations with. Like whatever I see a musician that I'm like, wow, I want to get them. I'm gonna get collaboration. But it's hard to like follow through because there's only so much time, and so that's something I definitely want to focus on, is like focusing on one collaboration and putting something out there and then going to the next, and that's my goal.
How do you approach collaboration with other artists versus working on a project kind of on your own?
I don't really work on projects on my own because it's just so hard to get motivated, like unless something's like screaming to come out, which happens, but probably once a year. I think I have to work with other people. So I approach it by, first of all, saying, hey, let's do this. Second of all, like scheduling something. I really love scheduling stuff, like filling up my calendar, and then I'm held accountable for it. So maybe I should.
I love that collaboration as accountability.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I think that, I love that curiosity and kind of finding out, by adding your own ingredients and then combining it with, seeing what another person brings to the recipe and seeing kind of what you can make together is so exciting, because his hem is also a great friend of ours. So we need to reunite Tampa Supergroup and bring you to the Straz.
Yes, we would definitely work on more songs together, with that motivation. He lives like an hour away, so that makes it a little harder too. But when the motivation is there, the product is there.
All right. Well, his hem is not in the chat, but you heard it here, folks. First, folks, it's happening. We're gonna speak on his behalf.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd go for it. Actually, him and I went to South Carolina the beginning of April to play a show there. And that was awesome.
Have you been going outside of Florida a bit?
No, that was the first time in since COVID, and it felt really good.
I love that. And you are keeping busy because you have this coming weekend on May 22nd, or I guess this past weekend if you're a viewer watching. You're at the Floridan, which is it used to be the State Theater, and now it's all swanky. And then you'll be at Hooch and Hive on May 28th. And we can't end this interview without mentioning you will be here at the Straz Center on Friday, May 27th for a free concert starting at 6:30 on the Riverwalk Stage with Fantastical Tigers, who is another collaborator of yours. You're doing a bunch of shows together, it seems.
Yeah, they're amazing. If you guys haven't seen them yet, please see them.
So yes, come see Emily Turnage and Fantastical Tigers at all of the places. You can see them at the Floridan, Hooch and Hive. And then you also have a noise show coming up at If I Brewed the World. And can you tell me the name of your band?
Yeah, Possessed by Trains, because I have a train.
And for our viewers who don't know, can you describe what noise is?
Yes, not that I'm an expert by any means. I feel like I'm like a newcomer on the scene, so I don't want to overstep any boundaries. So noise is like, some say it's the opposite of music, where it's definitely experimental. You're looking for new ways to express yourself or complete randomness. that's why I love it, because it's pushed my boundaries with music. It has me looking for new ideas, new ways to express myself with music. So you never know what you're gonna get. Like some people will use like pedals and it'll be like, you know, and it's, you have to wear earplugs, or it could be like I like to use just different objects and see what, you know, noises they can make and then loop them. And there's, you just have to see it. Like it's really hard to, I saw someone use a library card reader that was like vintage, and they plugged a, you know, something into it. So it was just really cool noises that were different from the library card reader. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's what I love about it, is it's so I mean, it really is just noise. It's just new ways to kind of create noise or highlight different noises, bringing them together.
And it's very raw to me. That's why I like it. It's raw, very raw.
Yes. I love that. It's a great word. Well, thank you so much, Emily. I can't wait to see you on the Riverwalk stage on Friday, May 27th. It's always just such a pleasure to chat with you. And I hope you have a great rest of your night.
Thank you, Zachary, so much. It's lovely talking to you.
My life passing by with every exit sign. It's been so long. Sometimes I wonder how I will stay strong. No sleep tonight. I'll keep on driving dark highway lines, and as the moon fades, one more night gone, only 17 days. With every departing flight, and it's been so hard, so much time, so far apart. And she walks the night. How many hearts will die tonight? Will things have changed? I guess I'll find out in 17 days. And I will see you tonight. This is my life.